Hello and welcome to the POV Green Room show before the show. Now, I am feeling just a little bit better than this morning, but not much. The fever did spike up to 102 earlier in the morning. Right now, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. So things are okay, I guess. But we're going to let everyone file in. Yeah, we got Pam Marie, we got Mary Taylor, we got Lori. Yeah, yes, Andrew. Sometimes you need to slow down. I wish I could. I really do. But especially now with this demonetization, like once we get the monetization back, I mean, the workload is gonna just skyrocket. Like I'm gonna have to be doing, in order to get back to where we were, I'm gonna have to be doing a lot. Like hopefully 3 lives a day and then a couple of videos a day. But that's why with sickness, you gotta push through. You gotta push through. Thank you so much, Pam. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. A little bit better. The fever has gone down a little bit. We got Samantha in the house. We got Freya in the house. We got about a minute before we get started. Remember, this is the POV Green Room, the show before the show. Yes, thank you, Pam. And along with you, with you and I, we're going to be able to do this. And especially the one thing that has truly come out of this demonetization is this. This is what has come out of it. Because before I was demonetized, all we had was audio. That's all I would do was audio. Now we have streaming. Now we have video. We're going to soar. We're going to go so much higher than before the demonetization. And before the demonetization, we had something like 2 million views a month. And so now with this, it's going to get even better. Yes, thank you so much, Kim. We got Pamela Cox in the house. Vicky McDonald. I think they said it's in Australia. It's daytime or morning over there, right? And Crazy Kel says, I can hear Freddie Mercury singing The Show Must Go On. It must go on. Got to do it. Every morning, every afternoon. Got to do it. Got to make it happen. We got about 45 seconds before we get started. Disagree that Harry will be welcomed back to the UK. He will always be looked on with suspicion. Well, yeah. There was somebody that said something earlier. Where is it at? Something about King Charles. Yeah, here it is right here. Elizabeth Besco, King Charles III planned to make Harry part of working royals again makes me want to puke. Now, there hasn't been any real confirmation of that, but, but that's just what happened. So, oh yeah, Texas towel. Oh, you can't see it, but it's a Texas towel. That's my Texas towel. So we got about 10 seconds before we get it started. Oh, we got the UK in the house. We got South Africa. Thank you so much, Mary Taylor. Oh yeah, got to keep on keeping on. Okay, now welcome to another episode of What's Going On. Now we got in Montreal in the house. Now I covered this report. I covered it on my Substack. We're doing the 3-minute videos now, hard hitting, unregulated, hardcore action, the 3 minutes videos that we used to do before we got demonetized. So I can't do those videos anymore here on YouTube, but I can do them on Substack. So go and join the Substack and you'll get all that hard-hitting, unregulated action. But now we're going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait about 5 minutes, see if we can get some more people in here because I want to do a poll. Okay. And it's going to be a number 1, number 2 poll. But I have seen this, and this is why I wanted to talk with you, because I have seen quite a few people, whether it's in the comments on YouTube, whether it's in the comments on X, or even on Instagram. Okay, I have seen quite a few people claim that after the divorce, you don't have to answer right now, but that after the divorce, they would totally be fine with allowing Harry in the royal family, allowing him back. Now, I don't think it means working royal. I think that that's out the window for everybody. I really do. But I do think that there is a rather large population of the Megxit topic, not community, because this isn't a community, of the Megxit topic. I do believe that there are some people that they would be fine if after the divorce and Meghan Markle was no longer involved, then they would say, yeah, like bring him back. And as long as, he's this or as long as he's that, blah, 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 blah. So that's why I wanted to come on live and I wanted to get your opinion, because you, as the viewer and as the people that are out there in the real world, not just me here as a creator, your opinion matters. So I want to know, we're going to wait about 3 or 4 minutes before we do the poll. I just feel like if we were to look back, going all the way into the freedom flight, right? Let's start with that. Perfect start. Okay. Of course. Yeah, there. All the way back to this. Now, whether this was real, the conspiracies, that's out the door right now. We're talking about above board. We're talking about stuff we can prove. I feel like this is, look at his face. Like, look at the joy on this man's face. Not there, because that's obviously for a photo op. But he looks really happy when he was doing this crap. And not only that, this is all when the queen was still alive. Okay? So he did this to his grandmother. He didn't do it to his father. He did it to his grandmother. So then we go from there, and then we move forward in time. And I do believe the Oprah interview, Oprah memes. What? Hold on. Let's see what this says. Oprah memes, Harry and Meghan. What? So if we could turn our cameras on. Life's so hard, I can relate. Uh, look at this one. Oh, let's see this one. Look, this is so perfect. Look at that. Look, life is so hard. And then and then Oprah says, I can relate. That's actually pretty good. A nice little laugh right there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then the Oprah interview. I think this was next after the Freedom Flight, because there really wasn't anything in the Freedom Flight, after the Freedom Flight, right? Between 2021 and I think what year was this that this happened? 2021. Okay. So in 2021, that's when this happened. So that's the Freedom Flight. And then, we found out that most of this crap was lies, right? We found out that most of the things that they said, if not all of the things that they said in the Oprah interview, were lies, both of them when they were speaking. So then you move to Meghan and Harry, Magna. And then you move to the documentary. Now, the documentary was just as well full of lies. Okay? It was nothing but lies, and it was nothing but Meghan Markle crying. And we saw her cry. We saw her make her stupid curtsy thing. We saw all of those things, right? So that's two things. That's three. The Freedom Flight, the Oprah interview, and the documentary. And then you move forward to the Spare book. That's 4. Okay, now this one just as well was filled with lies. Yes, Susan is actually absolutely correct. Anything coming out of their mouths is lies. Well, Meghan's had a lot of things going in her mouth. We know about that. But yes, this we can also agree was full of lies. And not only that, the fact that this man said in his book that he wanted to blow up his father with a drone. Okay. And that is why I truly feel now it's so tough for me to even hear this topic. And then, of course, after the Spare book, yeah, there it is. And then after the Spare book, we had the Endgame book. And we all remember what happened with the Endgame book. Harry allowed his family to be called the Royal Racists by Omid Scobie, Kendall. It's all smooth down there. Okay? So that's 6 things. Freedom Flight, Oprah Winfrey interview, the Meghan and Harry documentary, or 5 things. The Meghan and Harry documentary, and then the Spare book, and then the Endgame book. In the last 4 years. So that's why, for me personally, when I get this, when I see this in the press, and you can see here, this is from today. This is from today. People love Prince Harry, but hate the woman he loves. Meghan had everything in her hands, but ruined it. Now, I believe, I truly do, I believe that it's going to be an issue where people see this man divorce her and they're going to be fine with it. So now it's already been 10 minutes. Now we're going to do the poll. Put 1 in the chat for no and 2 for yes if you would welcome Harry back after the divorce. 1 for no and 2 for yes. Okay. Because I think that from the people that are here with you, see everyone. And that's what I do. I think that most, if not all, see, Lucky Osborne says 2. See, that's interesting. We got ones all over the place, ones all over the place, but we did have 1, 2, so we can say that 1, 1. No, Sharon says no. Susan 1. See, there's 2 2s. Diane Marshak says 2. That's 2 2s. Tom Taylor, Sharon Ryder, see 1, 1, 1, 1. But did you see that there were a couple of 2s? And now I do think that this is rather restricted to my subscriber base. Look at that. There's 3 2s. See? Now this is rather restricted to my subscriber base and to the people that are on the live. But I do think it needs to be said, me 1, them 2. Okay. I do think it needs to be said that there could possibly be, at least not here in this live, but there could possibly be a serious amount of people that would in fact be fine with Harry coming back after the divorce. Now, whenever that may well be, but they would really be fine with that. And I just feel personally like as if, okay, look, see, here's another 2. He's an idiot who got completely manipulated by that woman. See, this is what some people believe as well. Problem is he betrayed his family. So to be honest, I don't know. See, but I do think that there is rather a few people out there, maybe not in my subscribers, maybe not in the chat right now, but I have seen people on X, people on Instagram, people on other comments from other videos. I have seen people say that they would be fine with welcoming him back, but that's where it ends. As far as royal duties, that's an absolute no for everybody that I've seen. That's what I think. I think it's been everybody says no, absolutely not to royal duties. So let's read this one. Andrew, I have it on good authority that William will rather walk away from the throne than to ever see of allowing Harry back. He can go back, but he can never go back near the royal family. Yeah, see, I would believe that. Oh, we got Sage in the chat. We know we love Sage. It's a possibility. Mary Taylor says it's a possibility. I think that, yeah, see, no working royals. And this is the reason I wanted to bring this to you right now, because earlier in the day, I ran this story. And let's just go over the actual quote from the guy. Okay, there was this guy, Mark Borkowski, right here. He claimed people still love Harry. Is that true? Yes or no? Let's do a poll real quick. People still love Harry. What do you think? Is that true? Yes or no? Let's give it some time and allow everyone to answer. Yes or no? Do people still love Harry? Now, me personally, I just feel like that's so tough. We got no with Kim. We got no with Stone. I just feel like that's so tough, especially after all the things that we just talked about. Look at that. No's all over the board. No, no, no from England. No, no, no. See, look, Harry, yes. Meghan, no. See, I want to, but no. Okay, Robin, tell me in the comments and I'll put your comment up. Tell me why you still want to and why you still want to love Harry. And I'll put your comment on the screen. Hell not. No, I'm sure some do. Unfortunately, yes, that's what we're saying, Momster. James, only a few lick spills. Yes. Susan says yes. Unfortunately, she does think. Marion says, I don't know, Andy. Some do, some don't. No, no. No, not after what he did to senior members. Why not ask who wants rid of the WEF Windsors? Okay, because that's not really something we're talking about, but okay, that's fine. No, no way. No way. I still want to love Harry because I feel he was taken advantage of. See, that's what a lot of people have said. And I do feel that there are I don't want to say minority because I think it would go like 70-30. That's how I feel. I feel like it would go like 70-30, where you'd see people, maybe 30% of people after Harry divorced her, if he ever does, and if it's ever public, after Harry divorced her. I really do. See, and that's the problem, Martha. The problem there, it's up to the royal family. I mean, don't you think that would lose the royal family a hell of a lot of support? Don't you think? That's how I feel. I feel like they would lose so much support if they were to ever bring this man back. But it's, I don't know. Yeah. See, there is no forgiveness for how he's treated his grandparents. Harry's manipulating everyone. Oh, see, and that's the problem, because the narrative around Harry is that he's stupid. Do I think he's an idiot? Yes. But there's a difference between an idiot and stupid. Okay. I think the guy sucks at school, but I think he's still, like this person says, manipulates. He knows how to manipulate people, and he's not good at it. I don't want to give him any credit when it comes to that. But, no, but people may want revenge on Meghan. Excuse me. I mean, that's true too. That could be. I could see that. See, Francie came late. I guess it's a 1. They already are losing support, and I feel like that, Elisa. I feel like that happens because they haven't done anything about these two. Every day that they continue to do something. Yes, I do agree. He's a doofus, Mary. He's a doofus, but I still think the guy could do something. I feel like they are already losing support because people have seen that they can't do something, whether it's because that's Charles's son, whether it's because of whatever reason that is back there. There's obviously a reason. There's obviously a reason in the royal family that they have not done anything yet. There's obviously a reason. And we could sit here and speculate till we're blue in the face, right? We really, really could. But I think the problem is that this is still a possibility. And like it said, everyone chose one, but there was maybe 20% of people that did the poll, or 10%, 20% that they did choose two. And I think that's real. And the problem that I have is because I look at this, right? What if your brother or your sister, what if they did this to you? And I think that's the perception that needs to change. People need to look at this, what this bald idiot moron has done and what his fake black wife has done. People need to look at it from more of a personal point of view, POV. They need to, and that's how I feel. I feel like, I have it on my feet, as a matter of fact. I put Vicks on my feet, yes. People need to look at this from a more personal point of view. I feel like if it was your brother or your sister and they did what Harry did to them and their family, to you and your family, I feel like people, maybe if they started thinking about it, they would change their ideas. I really do. Because the way I look at it, how would I feel if my brother did all this crap? All the stuff that we just mentioned at the beginning of this live? How would I feel? I'd want to kick his ass. I'd want to seriously go toe to toe with this guy because of all of that stuff. See, like Robin says, my son, my sister, brother, etc., I would publicly denounce them. See, and that's true, Robin. So then the question stands, why hasn't Charles done that? The question stands. And I know that royalists don't like talking about that, but it's a true statement. Would you still love them? I feel like love between siblings, I feel like that's different than love between a father and a son, because I've said it so many times on my show before, okay, that King Charles loves his son. I've said that so many times. But when it comes to William and Harry, I mean, that's a totally different type of love. So we could talk about of where why hasn't Charles? Yeah, see, exactly. See, renounce his darling boy. He would never. Now we could have that conversation. We could say why he hasn't done it yet, why he won't do it in the future. We could have that conversation. But I think when it comes to the public, when it comes to the people, why is it that the people would still be fine with it? And as this says, oh, sorry. As this says, that's a problem. They still like him. That's a problem. Their problem is they don't like the woman he loves. Bronte Coy agreed, saying he was Britain's favorite son, their cheeky son, and so popular. And see, that's an issue, is that his entire image from back then, it was false. It was all perpetrated by the evil British media. Bleh. See, Lori, I mean, you know, I look at my sons, and I've said it on my show before. I look at my sons and I think, if they did that to me, would I still love my sons? And unfortunately, I love my sons with all three of them. I love them with all of my heart. And I don't know if something like this would turn me against them. You know, see, Lady Daisy says, I'm 53 years old. My generation will all feel the same because we see him. See, crap, never liked him, but family is family. That's true, Lucky Osborne. That's very, very true, Lucky Osborne. And this talk right here, like I'm saying, this talk of he was Britain's favorite son. Yes, but he was only Britain's favorite son because the media crafted that narrative perfectly. Could you imagine if any of us found out the real truth about Harry and what he had done in the past? Could you imagine if the real stories came out? Could you imagine that? And I think that this whole talk, favorite son, their cheeky son, and so popular, I think if people were to hear the stuff that the evil British media, that they didn't put out, exactly, Robin, the real truth about all his dirt. I don't think this would be real. I don't think this would happen. He was Britain's favorite son, their cheeky son, and so popular. If Robin, with what Robin is saying, if the real truth about all of his dirt was to come out, especially back then, man, this was all before Meghan. You got to remember that. Before Meghan, Harry really was the number one royal. Why? Because every single time people saw him in the press, wait, what does that say? It annoys me. It annoys me. Carolyn McCready, love Carolyn, seen her on the Substack. It annoys me that some people don't take William's side in this. He is Diana's son too. Well, when it comes to Harry, I feel like we're talking about Harry versus Charles. Really. You know, Harry versus William, I think we can all agree that William's going to take him down. You know, whatever year it is, 2030, 2035, or maybe it'll be sooner, God forbid. Something happens to Charles, God forbid. But once William takes his power, he takes his reign, I feel like it's over for Harry. I truly do. And that's why you really have to look at why Charles like this. I no longer expect Charles to do anything from Sage. You know we love Sage. Like and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. There are a lot of people that they don't want it to be talked about. There really, really are. Charles and Parliament will do Jack S. Also, just wait, he'll get his IPP status as well. See that right there, Lee Do. Imagine this last part. Look at that right there. Also, just wait, he'll get the IPP status. We didn't find out about the visa. You see, and unfortunately, I was right. Am I happy that I was right? No. You know, I wanted to be wrong about it, but I said it at the very beginning of that's true too, Cambridge. How do we know he doesn't already have it? Eesh. That's a tough conversation to have right there. You know, and like I was saying, unfortunately, I was right that he is the king's son, so they weren't going to tell us all his visa status, his immigration status, right? So when you look at it, what can we expect? Can we really expect that this man, if as Cambridge says, how do we know he doesn't have it, his IPP already? Or if, as the other person that commented said, he's probably going to end up getting it, and it's just one long out process, one long out, drawn out process, excuse me. I mean, see, that's what Anna P says. He will never get IPP. I mean, I hope so. I hope so. But I came into this thinking the same thing that I did about the visa. This is the king's son. He knows he's the king's son, and he gets away with whatever he wants because he's the king's son. That's how I feel. Tom Taylor says he has no IPP. It was taken away for good reason. Well, the thing is, Tom, we did see what kind of security this man was getting. We did see that in New York City. I mean, in New York City, the guy had the streets stopped. He had multiple police cars. He had all kinds of security. See, Harry with IPP status, then we are all doomed. That could happen. What do you think will happen if President Trump wins this November? Look, I want to be hopeful. I'm going to be optimistic about it. I want to be hopeful, but it's still, I feel like it's done. I truly do. I feel like it's done when it comes to Harry's visa status. We're not going to find out. And unless Trump was to actually win and really look into it, then that's an issue. That's an issue for the future. But as far as it goes with Trump winning, I hope it happens. I hope he does something. And all I can do is be optimistic. But in reality, I come from it from the same angle I did when the visa thing happened last year. In reality, you look at it, this is the king's son. That's the king's son. It is. And there's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing we can change. It will always be, and he will always be, the king's son. So, yeah, the security he gets now from Crazy Kel, the security he gets now is because of the A1. Well, yeah. See, but again, we don't know if it's an A1. We don't know if it's a diplomatic because as the judge ruled, we're not allowed to know because we're the normal peasants. We're not good enough to know about this stuff. See? And I just feel like when you talk about these sort of things and you think about that, you think about when people are out there still wanting to say that, yeah, Harry, we still like him and we would still accept him. Damn, man. Really? Really? You would still accept Harry after everything he's done? That's just so tough to me. Yeah, Pam, that's been mine from the beginning. He didn't fill one out. Harry's an illegal, undocumented. Got to say that so you don't hurt their feelings. Harry's an illegal. I think undocumented. Sorry. Harry's an undocumented. That's how I feel. He got off the plane and he went to Montecito and that's it. And he is the king's son. He really is. I love Paula, but nobody knows. Nobody. There's nobody in this Megxit topic, not community, because it's not a community. There's nobody in the Megxit topic that knows for sure whether he has an A1 or not. Nobody. And I'm not the type of person where I'm going to be like saying, yeah, he does. No, he doesn't. No, we don't know. All we can do is see what he's receiving. He's receiving his security. He was over there in San Antonio. He was over there in New York City with all of that security. Does that look, that's why I made that live that day. Does that look as if it's a normal private citizen paying for normal private security? No, it doesn't. It really, really doesn't. Sage says, I'm with you, Andrew. I analyzed that statement and realized he never actually applied for a visa. He just walked in. Yeah. I've felt like that from the beginning because I truly feel like this guy knows he's the king's son. He's raised that way. He's never cared about anything. So he just got off the plane and he walked into Montecito. And that's it. Nothing more than that. Truly. Oh, we got New Zealand in the house. Truly going worldwide, Mr. Worldwide, just like Pippo says. Well, Andrew, he does have an A1 visa and it's gotten renewed 4 times so far. But that's the thing, Tom. Where is that proven? Is there any documentation of that? Can we pull it up on the screen and say that that's true? See, that's the issue, is that there's nobody that can bring proof. I don't know of a single YouTuber in this game that can bring proof to you and to myself that Harry is in fact on an A1 or he's in fact on a diplomatic. There's no proof. All we can do is sit here and speculate based on what we've seen. That's it. That's all we can do. So unfortunately, as much as I want to go with what Tom is saying, there's no proof of that. But at the same time, an A1 visa does grant you a lot of liberties, a whole lot. See, Rainbow says, no, I do not love him. And I think that's something, yeah, let's see. Andrew, what a pretentious S, stopping all the traffic in New York City when the future king goes jogging alone. Yes. Yeah. And that's the issue. If I give you the information, yeah, we'll look at it. Send it to me. Send it to the email, popculture9922@gmail.com. We'll look at it. We'll put it up on the screen. Absolutely. But that's what I mean. I feel like when it comes to this sort of thing, you can't talk about something where there's no proof. And that's one of those things, about the blind items, about the Saint Meghan Markle Reddits, when you see people quoting us, claiming stuff on Reddit, when you think about tea, how you always see those posts, whether it's on X or whether it's on Instagram or on Reddit or something. Oh, I got some hot tea for you. What do you mean tea? Can you prove that it's tea? Can you prove that it's real? Or is it just some profile of some Jack Wang and they're just making something up that sounds believable? And that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to gossip and when it comes to sensationalism, because if people can come up with and create something that is believable to the public, then they can sway people. Then they can. Like me, I don't go for that anymore. I don't. I used to believe in the blind items. I used to believe in the tea, like from, I believe there's one dude or one person, secondhand Coke on Reddit, or St. Meghan Markle on Reddit. I used to believe in that. But as time passed, I started noticing, and I'm like, none of this stuff ever happens. None of this stuff is ever coming true. So that's why me as a creator, I like going with whatever is out there. See, that's true, Wooly. 4 clicks. And we could name a hell of a lot of names for that. We could, because I hate that kind of crap. Yes, exactly, Sage. People come up with all sorts of S and many people eat it up. I mean, look what just happened last week or earlier this week. Everybody was talking about, oh, Harry had his surfing instructor with him at the Kevin Costner event. And then there was another one. Meghan Markle was banned from the Kevin Costner event. And then there was another one. Meghan Markle's been banned from New York City. And I'm just looking. And I'm like, why? I mean, hey, man, over time, Sage, because you can't keep claiming things, right? Like, it would be different if I was sitting here in front of you, right? And I was saying, oh, no, you know what I think? Oh, no, you want some tea? Oh, no, you know this? But it's like, dude, eventually some of the stuff that you have to, that you say and talk about, some of it has to come true, doesn't it? Eventually, sometime, right? I never believed in blind items. Yeah, and that's why I say that. I did. When I used to read them maybe about 5-6 months ago, last year, I would see that. I'd be like, oh, damn. But then over time, you see these blind items and nothing ever comes true. Nothing ever happens. But then you have all of these people on X, on YouTube, and they'll comment and they'll say, oh, did you see what the blind item said? Oh, did you see what so-and-so said? Oh, they said this and oh, they said that. And then you're like looking around the landscape and you're trying to find where all of these blind items, where they come true, and they never do, right? Nothing ever happens. Same thing with the kind of YouTubers that just want to speculate and speculate. That's why. Right? I wish she was banned from the United States. The blind items never come true. Exactly. Blind items. And we know where they come from. I don't have to say a name. Like the last one about Harry hiring some super extra professional for his speech. The hell he did. The speech in NYC was awful. Exactly. But the thing is, when a blind item comes out like that, people read it and they believe it. And that's why I don't do it anymore. That's exactly why. Why do they call it a blind item when you can see it? That's true. Andrew, we've had them skanks for a few years. We've had time to see through the shite. Yeah, probably. I would hope so. I really, really would hope so. I really would. Because I think the issue that I have is where you're trying to talk about something true, and you're trying to talk about something that's in the press and that we can all look at and we can all see it. But then you have an entire group of people where they're saying, no, 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 no. Harry had a surfing instructor with him at the Kevin Costner event. Meghan was banned from the Kevin Costner event. And you're trying to talk about real stuff. And then they're saying this stuff and you can't even have a conversation. Because they'll say something like, no, that's not true. Harry had his surfing instructor with him. Like, no, dude. Can we talk about things that are real, that are right in front of us, that we all could see? Like with Tom Taylor. I would love with Tom Taylor. See, the judge has sealed Harry's records because Harry he goes into Vegas. He go into Vegas, SA. Yeah, maybe. But like Tom said earlier, with the visa info, if I send it to you, will you put it on the screen? Yes, I will. I would love to see it. I would love to see it with my own eyes, but I don't want a blind item. I don't want speculation. And I'm sorry, I know you probably like this word. I'm so tired of it. Oh, you want some tea? No, I don't want some tea. Give me some freaking coffee. I want coffee. I want something that's real, that's going to hit me when I drink it. And I don't want tea. Oh, you want tea? Let's drink. Let's sip tea. No, dude, tea's not real. Blind items aren't real. Like, no, I don't know about the phone number, man, but I gave you the email. You can hit me up at the email, popculture9922@gmail.com. And that's the thing that got me. Yeah, you're damn right. Give me some coffee action. Give me some coffee. I don't want no tea. Tea, the meaning of the word tea is where, like, you know how people sit around a table and then they're sipping tea and they're talking about stuff. That's the meaning of that word. That's what that means. I don't want that anymore, dude. I'm tired of that. I'm so tired of that. Give me some coffee with like 300 milligrams of caffeine and just... Oh, that's what I want right there. Some strong coffee. Give me some of that Cuban coffee, some of that espresso. I want some real stuff. I don't want no more tea. God, I am so tired of tea. Oh, you know what the tea is? You know what the tea was? No, I don't know what the tea is. So shut the hell up. My God, it's so no. No, not you, cup of tea. We love you, cup of tea. We know we love you, but I mean, like, as in the way of where you're trying to say that it's real, that the tea is real. Oh yeah, it's tea. Oh, it's tea. Like tea, Caroline, is rumors, and the problem with rumors. Yes, pure coffee. Pure coffee, straight black, no cream, no sugar. Just give it and just put it right down the gullet. That's what I love. Black coffee right there. Yeah, tea is just gossip. And then I'll see a post on X or I'll see a post on Reddit and it says, "Are you ready for some tea? Do you want some tea?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want tea. No, I don't." And I just scroll by. Yeah, I'll take the coffee any day. Tea is gossip. Yes. So that's exactly. Thank you, Lady Daisy. Pure speculation and assumptions. That's all it is. And it is so annoying. It is really, really so annoying. And the part that makes it so annoying is the fact that so many people eat it up. And they love it. Oh, did you hear the tea? Did you hear the tea? No, I didn't hear the tea. I don't want to hear the tea. I want to see something. Show it to me right in front of my face. I don't want to be lied to anymore, and I don't want speculation. Show it to me right in front of my face, and I'm totally down, and we'll go through it. Totally agree with you regarding rumors. I'm getting tired of it as well. Either prove it or shut up. Boom! Thank you, cup of tea. Right there, dropping them. We need the coffee, not the tea. Everyone's tired of the tea. Geez, double chalk mocha. That sounds like one of those from Starbucks. You get them, it's all sweet, and then you start drinking it. You get diabetes right off the bat. That's what that feels like. It's the only way to fly, Andrew. It really is, man. It really is, especially when you got that good coffee, especially when you do. So ultimately, I think with this, we're gonna end it here. I want to believe, like the way that everyone is here in the chat right now, the way you're here in the chat right now, you press 1, some people press 2. I want to believe that people understand and people get it when it comes to Harry, but I guess people have their own opinions, right? And you have to let them have their own opinions. And I don't agree with it, right? So we'll go with that. We'll leave it there. So thank you for being here on this live. We will catch you next time.